The beliefs we inherit and never question become our limitations. A 1-year-old taught me a secret that changed my life. I'd been carrying a belief my whole life. I'm too much. But there was a question that can break that pattern. What belief are you protecting? You know that feeling when someone walks into a room and you tense up? They've not said a word, somehow your body reacts. Later you ask yourself, why did I feel that way? That's the belief protecting itself. That question changed my life. I was 6 years old when a fire killed my grandmother. The fire I survived. 6 years old. That age is when your brain is like a sponge, taking in beliefs and habits. I was sent back to Manchester to be with my mother, but she hadn't raised me. Mama had. I mean, that's the reason why I was in London for the first place, right? I too much. There must have been something wrong with me. I carried that belief for 44 years until a 1-year-old woke me up to notice it. Fast forward to 2019. Senior director, successful career, I had everything. Yet here I was at home, going through my second burnout. Yes, hybrid working meant babysitting was on my job description. And then in walks my grandson, 1 year old. Just presence, no judgment. And he turns his head slightly. And I heard his voice inside me. What's wrong, Granddad? It shook me. For the first time in my life, I asked, why do I feel like this? That question sent me on an internal journey. But the biggest test was yet to come. A couple of years later, my mother was dying. Her cancer had come back. Our relationship was strained. That's no lie. I mean, my mum was like a Ma Baker type character. She'd raised 10 children and 40 grandchildren in Moss Side. And she loved me. And I was learning to be present with the roots of our family. And I had to let go of a lot. Because she knew how to press my buttons. 100%. But I was learning to be present with her every day. The same way my grandson was present with me. No judgment. Just listen. And then it happened. Shortly before she passed, the conversation, pure honesty, no judgment, no question that couldn't be asked or couldn't be answered. Me looking back on it now, I think it's purely because she felt it. No judgment. She could be herself. I learned a process. I learned to be aware of any resistance within me. I learned to stop, question and challenge it. What belief am I protecting? And then I learned kindness, to accept it, forgive it, and let it go. So that process, ask, changed the relationship with my mother. And it changed how I turned up to all my relationships. Shortly after she passed, that process would help me again. I had an argument with my brother. We never argued. But it's one of those arguments when you put the phone down and you think, you know what, I ain't calling back again, never. And then a pause, and the process kicked in. I was aware of the resistance within me. I stopped and challenged and questioned it. What am I protecting? And then kindness. Accepted it, forgave it, and let it go. And then I called him back. I said, bro, you showed me that there's some resistance in me that I still need to let go. And he laughed. He goes, bro, you're the only person that would call someone back after an argument. I can't believe you do that. But that's why I love you, bro. So that question, the power of that question, didn't just change my relationship, it changed the story. Earlier this year, whilst managing my mother's estate, I had access to my medical records. And something told me to dig deeper. And I did. And there it was in black and white. The nurses had put, at 18 months, she couldn't handle him. Then again, at 2.5 years, the nurses had put, she couldn't handle him. That's where the belief had come from, that I'd been carrying for 44 years. I'm too much. Her passing didn't create the belief. Possibly amplified it. But I was already learning to let it go. Maybe your belief is, I don't belong. Maybe your belief is, I'm not enough. But you have the power to question that and be free. So how did I get here? Research shows it takes 66 days to form a new habit. Has anybody heard of neuroplasticity? Yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks. So that myth is BS. Pardon the French. Science also backs it up. Mindfulness teaches you how to be aware. Therapy teaches you how to question it. But forgiveness teaches you how to let it go. But guess what the science and the research doesn't tell you? Most inherited beliefs aren't even ours. Some of them are there before you can even speak. So, my grandson is 6 years old now. And he still checks me. He still has a presence that the lightest bit of resistance within me, he knows. And I can't lie to him. And I don't want to lie to him. I want him to be the person who can be himself. So that's the belief he's going to inherit. He is enough. And I've learned to break the pattern. I'm not here to prove myself. I can make choices in the present. And he'll learn he is enough. So, the beliefs you inherit and never question can become your limitations. But you have the power to change that. You have the power to let that go. So if you question your beliefs, you can change your story. And when you change your story, you change the story of everybody rooted to you. Thank you.